G'day folks, Scott here. Today I'm reviewing Antman and Wasp. This is a direct follow-up to the Infinity War movie. It's a lot more childish after having such an adult, somber, intense tone of the Avengers film. This is a really light-hearted follow-up. I guess it's good to have some balance and some diversity. It's definitely a more kid-friendly movie, like really kid-friendly movie. So if you're looking for a entertaining movie to take your kids during school holidays, I'd really recommend it. But if you wanted a more of a traditional Marvel film and you weren't already invested in Ant-Man, I probably wouldn't really recommend it. This will be made or broken by your like of that first movie. I was okay with the first Ant-Man. I didn't expect anything from it. I didn't like the idea of it. I ended up having a pretty good time. It was pretty amusing. And this falls into the same. It's ridiculous for me to say I find this unbelievable because it's a Marvel movie. Of course it is. I don't need to go into depth. I don't need to go into spoilers, really. I'm going to touch on some very light things. But, one perfect example of just its lunacy. Michelle Pfeiffer plays Hank Pym's wife. And as you saw in the original movie, they'd done something to save the world, had to disable a bomb, had to go subatomic and shrink. Went inside a missile, disabled it, couldn't stop, kept going, shrunk down to nothing, and never came back. Fair enough. We saw Ant-Man do it himself later on in the movie. The premise of this movie is that they're going to go on a rescue mission to bring her back. Fine. She's been in there for 30 years. And the subatomic area that she's in, just shows just bizarre light and shapes and geometrics and all this. How does she eat and drink and look after herself and bathe herself? She's got makeup. She has new clothes. Like, she's changed some of her Wasp suit and created like a hood and stuff. Exactly what resources did she have to do such a thing inside this subatomical universe? I found that weird. And that's the beginning of many ridiculous issues I had with this. So, if you can get past that, it's a pretty good time. I liked Michael Pena still. There was some pretty amusing scenes with him and the other two guys that were part of their, security group that Scott had worked with. That was all okay. Like, if you liked him before, you'll still like him now. The inclusion of Wasp had a cool dynamic between Ant-Man and her. She was really badass. She had some cool moves. That was cool. They had, a lot of changing shapes of all kinds of stuff as opposed to just the Ant-Man himself. And that was pretty cool as well. Buildings and cars, and they had almost like a little Hot Wheels car box, carrying case. And they would, snap it open and bring out the car they wanted and throw it down, and there's a full-size car. That was pretty cool. There's cool car chases. The film didn't exactly have a bad guy. The protagonist, I guess, is this character named Ghost. And I didn't find her reasons particularly good. I really feel that she was just put in there because they had no one else to be a bad guy. And that's perhaps not a great idea. She kind of reminded me of Destiny, of the video game, her suit. I don't know, it was a bit thin. It was a bit thin on a lot of levels. But if you take it, as I said, if you go into something to take your kids to see, your kids will enjoy it, and you'll probably get a kick out of it as well. But if you want a more serious flick, it's probably not going to do it for you. I really don't think I got all that much to say about it. It was just okay. I'll be back to review something else really soon. Please subscribe to my channel as always, and thank you.